productivity, productive timetable, productive routine, my productive desk. What does productive mean? This is such an overused term, but why is it important? Like, what does this actually mean? Hey guys, this is me Ananta and you're watching Study and Praxis. In this video, we're going to discuss how to make your day productive. And by the way, what does productivity actually mean? Let's go on to the video without any delay. So productivity does not mean that you do a lot of things in a day, but it actually means that you do important things with consistency. It is the efficiency of a person in doing a task. So you put some inputs and you have to get the output. So it's the efficiency of putting those inputs. So when you have to be productive, the first thing that comes into my mind is to have a planner. Having a planner is important because it allows you to schedule all the tasks, all the events, all your exams, everything at one place. So it doesn't create an urgency when a task actually arrives and you're like running out of time. It helps you in that way. You already know what's going to come next. So planner becomes important to keep a track of things. Okay, so if you're not like a person who wants to like planner, then the next point will help you. The second point is to have a task list or a to-do list. Now, every day you get up in the morning, make it a habit that you just write down the things that you feel you have to do in that day. This will help you to, exactly know what all things you have to do. So you are not just going with the flow, but you're actually sticking to something that you're making sure that you're doing these things that you feel are important to do. Okay, so when you know what all the things you have to do in the day, it's important that you should know what are more important. So the third point is to prioritize. Now you have to find out, you have to prioritize which things are more important, what is more urgent. And then in that to-do list, you can rank the things that this is more important, I have to submit this assignment tomorrow. This is next important because I have to do this for the test. So you can have that kind of a ranking which is more important to you and which is lesser important that can be done in the later part of the day. Now you know that what is going to be the order of doing things. First I have to do this, second this, third this, fourth, fifth, sixth. But now the fourth point is to say no to procrastination. I know we've all procrastinated in our lives and we do. But you have to stop the urge of sitting on that couch for longer hours or just having your phone scrolling through it for longer hours and procrastinating the thing that you have to do. So, the fourth point is to say no to procrastination. I know it's tough to avoid and we all do it. But to have an effortless day, effortless work and not get that workload on your head, it's important that we say no to procrastination and do not procrastinate. Trust me. One complete task will fill you with the motivation, fill you with that energy to do the other thing. But if you leave one thing incomplete, it will drain your energy in doing the next thing and then coming back to the first thing and completing that also. So say no to procrastination because it just drains your energy and is of no use. Wow, you have planned everything, you know what's the order of doing things and you're not delaying, you're not procrastinating. But the fifth thing that becomes important is to put a deadline. Everybody wants to be perfect in doing one thing. But we put so many efforts, like we really put in a lot of efforts into that thing to make it the perfect. But we have to remember that making it perfect and putting a lot of efforts into it will at last take a lot of time. And time is very important. So you have to know how many efforts exactly you have to put into that task. How important is that task? Is putting a lot of efforts into it worth it? Now you know exactly what you have to do, how much time you have to put in, how much efforts you have to put in. The next important thing, the sixth point is to not multitask. Okay, so this is something I used to do a lot, but I try to minimize it to the maximum possible. Yeah. So I've really observed it. Multitasking takes more than the time actually required. So it's like you have to do some writing part and then you're watching the television and doing the task. It drains a lot of energy and it takes a lot of time. The time is like wasted. So make sure you don't do multitasking. Because if you do multitasking, you're not enjoying what you're doing and not even completing the other thing. So you're like half on both the ends. That means you're not even ghar ka, not even ghat ka. And one of the most important reasons of time waste and energy drain is none other than our phones. So whenever you're working, make sure you put your phones off. At least if you can't switch it off, put it far from you so that it's not within your reach. But phone becomes actually an important thing to avoid because it drains our so much of energy. We're getting calls from everybody. We're seeing our social media. It's very distracting. Even you know it. I know it. So make sure you put your phones off, far from your reach when you're working, when you're seriously working. Next important thing, the 8th point that I feel it's very essential is to plan in every 15 to 30 days. Okay. It might sound stupid, but believe me, our priorities change from every 15 to 30 days. For example, I have to plan for my midterms that are approaching. So, like 20 days are left. So, I will plan today. After 20 days, obviously, my studying will not be as rigorous as it would be for my midterms, for preparation of my midterms. So, see, after every 15 to 30 days, our priorities change. So it's important that we plan out things. We plan at least the, overview of what we are supposed to do in the next 15 to 30 days. So I feel it's very important and you should try doing it. If you plan in 15 to 30 days, after every 15 to 30 days you plan, we will also have a look on the things that did not go well. What are the things that went wrong? What did not work for you? It helps you do that also. So we actually analyze what happened to our planning in last 15 to 30 days. The 9th important thing is to have all the things you will require to be around you. So when you have the things that you will require in the whole study time or any task that you're doing around you, you'll not have to go run, grab the things that you will require. For example, if you're studying and you want a notebook or a class notes, or you want to have some water, you want to have some snacks. So dude, before just sitting to study, have all things that you require, that have them before you sit to do that task. So the last point is obvious, simple and but effective. That is to have a clean workspace. Now this actually improves and boosts your productivity. Because when you have a clean workspace, you're not distracted by a lot of things that are around you that are lying unnecessarily on your place. Make it a point that after you're done doing a task, for example, you're studying, so that one study session is completed. When you get up, don't just get up like that. Clean that workplace so that the next time you come and see that place, you feel like actually sitting and studying there and not run from that place. Because unnecessary and cluttered space will not leave you concentrated for longer hours. I hope all the points I've made them clear what productivity actually means, what points I consider are actually effective. So I hope they help you. Try applying them, and let's see what the results are. That's it for this video. Meet you next Monday with something fun. This is me, Ananta, signing off. Namaste.